me and Pete Davidson were getting ready, and I was using the toothbrush, and I was like, I got toothpaste over here, and he's just like, and my axe, like Gimli, but it's just the worst smelling fucking body spray.
Is it bad that I heard you saying that like in his voice?
My axe. In my axe.
My axe.
My ex, Ariana.
Honeys, we're home. Hello and welcome to Sinclairity, a Dinosaurs Tale. I am your host. We're gonna need another Timmy along with my co-host.
Oh, so am I allowed to talk to you now? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Was that it? Okay. Yeah, I'm Ben Handupme.
No, wait.
Oh.
Okay.
Sir. Okay.
Go ahead.
Daddy. I'm Ben Handupme. How are you doing this week, sir?
I'm doing great, Ben. I don't know if you heard, but I'm an internet celebrity / content creator now.
Hold on, let me read the card you sent me. That is amazing. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, well, you see, I shared a very funny meme on the internet
that you made.
Facebook. Oh yeah, totally. I totally made that. No, I didn't make that meme.
Are you the guy? Are you the guy in the meme?
I could be, but I really have never smoked that shit.
So yeah, I've heard like you've been being hit up by Fuck Jerry, by some other companies, Nike, Reebok.
Well,
I don't know what shoes have to do with the meme game, but
what I can really say is that I was shared by millions of dead posers on Facebook.
That's crazy.
Popular DIY and niche meme shit post.
I had heard that millions of dead posers voted in the last election, which is what caused Trump to lose.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's that voter fraud, that poser fraud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dead voters, dead posers. You forgot about voter fraud.
Yeah, like
convenient
all
story.
these. Yeah, so right now, as of today is August 16th, 2021, when we're recording this. I have 66 shares and 126 reacts to this meme.
Folks, you're lucky that he's even on the call with us anymore. This is amazing.
Yeah, it took a lot of convincing to get me to actually record this week, because I figured I could coast off of my success on Facebook.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't need to record this.
You should see
pay someone to be me on this show.
You should see the writer that his agent Juan was your Raul sent me. Yeah, it's for one, the first thing it says is unlimited wishes. I don't know if they know what a writer is. We can't just okay, and then like of course it says bringing someone back from the dead, and then like making somebody fall in love with them. That we can do, but
well, turns out the writer is the genie played by Robin Williams.
Oh, millions of dead posers.
Yeah, well, hang on. Let me check what my writer wrote for me. And all these good jokes.
All the good jokes that you got written for you.
Yeah.
Do you need help? Like, am I supposed to give you a topic, or you got it?
Yeah, I got this.
Okay.
All right.
This is amazing.
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
That's like you're on some like Norm Macdonald shit. That's pretty good. I'm really like
I'm cerebral.
I was hanging on that. Damn. So yeah, we're bringing a lot of fire now. Tim's now a viral celebrity, like a Trisha Paytas type, or like an Ethan Klein type. Do I know anyone other than people from the Frenemies podcast? Who else is famous?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
ContraPoints type. But that's good because
Lindsay Ellis.
Lindsay Ellis,
as famous as Lindsay Ellis? Okay.
The people I named before were more famous than her, so I would hope at least that. I like her the most. You mean the nostalgia critic side chick? What a dark history. But yeah, it's good. We're now in the better half of a century of recording this, episode 51. So we're halfway to syndication, and we won't make it because there's not that many episodes of Dinosaurs, which is the show that we review on this podcast. So welcome to Sinclairity, A Dinosaurs Tale, episode 51.
Yeah, we're doing, the episode is called Out of the Frying Pan.
Yeah. Oh wait, I should mention that your notes also say that your name is now there is only one Timmy, and there can never be another.
Nope.
And you put Ben Dipshit under mine, so that's cool. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I usually call you behind your back anyway.
You also say that I'm allowed to call you Dave if you're allowed to call me Benny Blanco, and I'm like, I don't really think that's how this works.
Chuck,
just because you got me to watch that show on FX.
Yes, check out season 2 of Dave.
We're not advertising Dave on the podcast.
What do you mean? I work for FX now. I'm on the writing team for Dave.
I reluctantly have been enjoying it, and then I told my boss about it at work on accident because he was like, "What are you watching lately?" And he's like, "Oh, I've been meaning to watch that. I love that guy." I was like, "All right, fucking go for it. Do what you gotta do."
Yeah, I write for that show now. It's pretty crazy.
You write for Dave. Yeah. Isn't it all just autobiographical? So you don't. It's not like you have to just walk around.
All that stuff really happened.
And that was all live. That's a documentary. But
somebody suck me.
No, we're not.
See, he went viral. See, it works.
Yeah, but we don't have bar mitzvah money. We're fucked.
No,
our families didn't care about us like that when we were 13.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're gonna convert anyway, right? So maybe you can have a bar mitzvah still.
I was okay. So I did sign up to a website for converting to Reformed Judaism, and there were some problems. Like, for one, apparently it's going to take over a year, which means I won't make it for birthright. So I can't go with my friends Ezra and Ben to birthright. And then 2, it said that it ain't all about eating like matzo ball soup and watching Woody Allen movies. So I'm like, well, I don't want it then. For 3, now I have a bunch of voicemails from 3 different rabbis who work for a website that I put my number down on, and all trying to get me to come and do their classes. I fucked up.
Yep.
I'm not going to be able to step foot in a bar ever again, because that's where if jokes are to be believed, rabbis and priests hang out in bars.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they serve enough Menashevitz at bars.
Well, not since Nofx came to town. The Brews. Wait, was that one really Nofx or was it Rancid? I never remember.
It is Nofx. Yeah, Rancid covered it.
Yeah, those Rancid covers. Boy, they were terrible.
Except the only.
If you're gonna say the good one was the one that fucking Matt sung, I'm gonna leave.
Oh yeah.
That was the nightmare.
The NoFX Rancid covers were a little bit better.
Yeah, NoFX are just kind of a cleaner band at recording and doing stuff, I guess, and like vocals for sure. I imagine, they're both great bands for 13 to 15-year-olds, 100%. And I remember being a 13 to 15-year-old and finding out that a grown adult also liked that band, and at the time I was like, oh, that's so cool. And now I'm like, that guy was 30 and he said his favorite band was Rancid at 30.
There are people older than that whose favorite band is Rancid.
I think if you're older than 50, it's fine. Younger than 50, older than 17, it's weird. No shame. Like, whatever. You can like what you want. I like garbage. You know what that sound means? Time to introduce the episode that we're reviewing.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's this one is written by Dana Savel. I don't remember that last name. It's the one who went on to work with Raven Simone on a bunch of projects, and then directed by Rachel Bilson's Great Peepaw.
Oh,
which is
Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce hit me up. He says they don't go by Grandpappy, and they do a Peepaw thing.
Peepaw?
Yeah, they're a Peepaw family.
That's like when your dog pees on its own feet. That's a Peepaw.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. And quick summary for this week's episode. Your writers really did get you some good shit for this week. Oh,
they're so good, Ben. Hang on. Let me check the...
You're just shaking John Mulaney, asking what he wrote down for you.
Listen up, you fuck.
You reformed fuck. But a summary for this week is Baby becomes a hit sensation when he and Earl star in a series of commercials for the My Man P2000, a new and improved frying pan that is strong enough to endure hitting Earl's head. Earl is fired from the commercials, and he and Monica start to worry that fame is going to Baby's and Fran's heads. So the cautionary tale we have this week of fame.
It's a weird episode.
This might be relevant to your situation right now. We'll see. With your fame, could be going to your head. I don't want to say it, but we'll find out.
It's definitely going to one of my heads.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I can see that. Once again, I'm grateful this is not a video podcast. So Mr. Big Shot,
John Mulaney's taking care of it.
Thank God. All I got is Pete Davidson. Ugh.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. He ran out of the weed I had like within 2 minutes. I didn't even have weed. I don't know how he did that.
Does he at least smell good?
Yeah, he smells good. He smells like a bottle of fucking Axe. What do you mean? Which is the only deodorant you're allowed to use if your dad was a firefighter because of axes.
Bod man. I thought you were gonna say bod.
I just picture like standing there and you're like me and Pete Davidson were getting ready, and I was using the toothbrush and I was like, I got toothpaste over here, and he's just like, and my Axe, like Gimli. But it's just the worst smelling fucking body spray.
Is it bad that I heard you saying that like in his voice?
My Axe. In my Axe.
My Axe.
My ex, Ariana. So let's come on, King Timmy, let's kick it on to the beginning of this episode.
That's King content. King of content. Yeah.
So KOC for short, or cock?
Yeah, cock. Yeah.
Okay, short cock. Let's go.
Okay. We get our cold open, and we got Baby and Fran is making pancakes, and Baby is pretending to make pancakes.
Yeah, Baby is doing this whole emulating his mama thing in this scene.
Yeah, and he just he starts complaining too, like about the kids, like they're there
having to do all the work and shit, and she's like, okay, it's less cute now.
It's just real. How we always spoil them.
Yeah, so Charlene comes in to remind Fran though that she's driving her to pick up Mindy and take them to the sweater outlet that day. And she tells Fran, her mom, she can drive around the block a few times until they're done and then take them to the mall. She's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be seen.
Imagine telling your mom that.
Issa watched this episode with me and said that's exactly something she said to her mom.
Wow. Issa, your poor mother.
Yeah, we're gonna roast her tonight.
You know what? This is, at least Issa's now taking care of your mom and she lives with you. Her mom, because otherwise that'd be pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah. Yep, the literal devil.
And then what happens next is Robbie jumps in on her. It's like, oh wow, mom, you're going to the mall? I need a few weights for my dumbbells. Asking his mom to pick up like several 50-pound weights and 100-pound weights, something that she can't physically carry, and only if there's room in the trunk for it.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. He just needs them.
So this is of course, he's trying to get buff. Maybe that'll set us up for next week's episode, but we'll see what happens there. What's up, Tim? You too famous to keep going?
And I was thinking about the anvil. I was thinking about the anvil line.
Where Fran says she's gonna pick up an anvil or whatever while she's at it.
Yeah, because he's a Vulcan. He's gonna.
What does that mean? Is that like a Star Trek thing?
It is, but it isn't, because Vulcan is like, it's something referring to working with an anvil.
Oh, okay. I thought it'd be like a blacksmith or a smithy.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too.
Or a
nerd games.
Or a Wile E. Coyote or something. They use anvils. That's the Acme on them.
Acme anvils, yeah.
Yeah.
So Earl also comes in, and he's very excited. It's Saturday morning because he gets 2 days off.
Yeah, so he's asking.
I understand that feeling.
2 days off. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll get like 3 in a row is what they do for me. Then I worked like 4 days, and then I came back into town from being in Ohio and immediately had like the 3 like closing shifts in a row, which I didn't show up for the first one. I called in. I didn't like not no show. I was just like, I am too tired. I was in the car for 16 hours. I ain't doing it. Sorry. And then I was late the next 2 days like an asshole, but didn't matter. I'm great at my job. But then I just have this day off, and then I work tomorrow, and I'm used to having those 3 days, and I'm not ready to go right back into work. It sucks.
Yeah.
I think we should just quit our jobs, like our producer, Zach.
Well, I mean, my job is pretty easy, Ben. You see, I just share a photo, and then everybody likes it.
You know, I used to be in that limelight, when I was younger. Facebook was paying me $5,000 to post, and like I just sat there eating bonbons, fucking not paying my mom rent. But like, eventually that comes to an end. That gravy train dries up, Tim. You got to watch out.
Well, I'm still the head of the gravy train, so until I'm the caboose, I'm sitting pretty.
Trust me, you'll find out by the end of this, it's more like a gravy human centipede. I'm just warning you, buddy.
Well, it kind of is gravy, right?
I guess. What's that?
If you just if you imagine it's gravy, it'll be okay.
Mind over matter. So the entire
biscuits and gravy for breakfast, right?
Yeah. So Earl has this big vast proclaimment of the entire weekend lays before us, like a vast couple of days. And then asked Fran about her plans, which of course, like her plan is she has a whole bunch of exciting shit to do, which is all take care of the kids and shit. And he's like, all right, cool. As long as breakfast for me is at the top of that list.
Yes. This is also a point where Issa said, wow, Timmy, that sounds like you. That sounds like you when someone asks you if you're going to eat some vegetables at a restaurant.
What do you say in response to it?
Like the way she was being sarcastic.
Wait, that's how I am. Because you're a vegan, so like no matter what, you're going to eat some vegetables? Is that like the...
No, like when I go to... When I'm with like people who are inconsiderate and we're just like, oh, we'll go eat at this place. It's like, don't worry, Tim, you can have some French fries.
Yeah.
And a salad.
Yeah, you can go to like a fast food place and be like, I don't want salt on my fries, so that they can make it without like fucking meat in the oil or whatever. Yeah, that's my favorite thing about I miss for being a vegetarian is like passing right past the Taco Bell that I want to go to, so everybody else can go to McDonald's. And I'm like, okay, cool. Guess I'll have fries.
Yeah. Fries and a fucking McFlurry. But you can't because the ice cream machine's broken.
Well, and you can't do that because you're not a half vegan like I was.
I'm a real deal.
Yeah, that's why Tim sounds so tired today.
That's why I drink my partner's pee. So you didn't watch the video?
I did watch the video. I was just like, why does Tim think I haven't seen this? Like, this is like what I base my daily, you take your partner's pee, you make the little eye drops of it. Like, this is just like basic, like getting to know each other shit. This is second date.
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
I'm flying a little too close to the sun. I don't need to reveal that much more about myself in this realm. But so Earl asked Baby how he's doing this morning, and Baby shouts, I don't know why I married you. So still on the Fran kick, or something else happened that we're unaware of. He whacks Earl right in the head with that frying pan and it breaks.
Yeah, and then it breaks immediately, but it's the fifth one that's broken this month, plus the walk.
Yeah, plus the walk.
And Friend's just like, I'll just buy a new one. But then Robbie, the concerned consumer, is just like, why don't you just tell them that their product sucks?
Yeah, and Earl's just like, fat let help, that'll do. See, they've never heard of Yelp. They don't know how much that works.
Yeah,
you tell people that you found a little Lego piece in your food. It works.
Or shrimp instead of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, if you're Topanga's husband,
who's a liar, a big fat liar.
No, I believe him. Why would he fake that? That'd be weird.
That's what I said when people started accusing him of faking it. It's like, why would you?
That's so weird. It's not like a random ass person either. Like, he's fine.
Like, who? And then who thinks? I'm like, who would even fucking think about that? Like, what kind of deranged person is just like, hey, you know, it would be funny if I post a picture of some shrimp, but it's actually Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
See, this is why Nathan Fielder does recommends that people don't binge watch Nathan For You, because this is how their brains end up working. Yeah. He says just watch one a week. And I feel that. I watch a lot of that show and I'm like, I'm insane now too. Nothing is real, nothing matters.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a good show. Better than Dave, but we're not advertising either. They're not paying us. But we get a Turtle Puss My Man shows up. So this is My Man, who is a spokesperson and owner of the company, My Man Frying Pans or some shit.
Yeah, and he's like a Southern lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
weird.
He shows up because he wants the proof that they're actually using the frying pans correctly, causing them to break, which they aren't. So I don't really know what the whole point of is here, because they probably wouldn't break if you weren't just hitting a dinosaur with them in the head all the time. No shit, buddy.
I like it too, because Fran's just like, they keep breaking. He's like, you're lying through your teeth. Yeah, My Man pans may rust, they may check, they may even shed little pieces of lead into your food.
Yeah, but they will not break under normal use, guaranteed. So they don't even mention why it breaks. They just hand it to Baby to test it, and for one, he notices his reflection on the pan. Oh no, wait, does Earl notice it, or does he notice it?
No, Baby does.
Oh, yeah. Then he shows Earl, because Earl's egotistical. He knows it's going to work on him.
He's like, oh, I want to see my beautiful self.
So he gets whacked again, and it breaks. And of course, he's like, that's not normal use. So they've been found out. But it is around here.
Yeah. But of course, return policies are a thing, but aren't a thing still in this weird universe, because he doesn't want to give the money back.
Yeah, he's heard of it. He just doesn't want to do it. And he's like, then I would have less money. There's got to be another way.
And so we meet. So this is a lot in a fucking cold open, by the way.
It always is. There has to be. I'm assuming this is based on I bet if we look at every other show on that lineup, this is how long the cold opens are.
God, because you get the joke with Earl saying they're not going to listen, and we get a hard cut to him being at their house, and then we even get the reveal of the new pan.
Yeah, so this is very, because if you think about a Simpsons episode, how there's almost at the beginning there's a set of sequence of events that trigger the plot starting, a small thing that leads to another small thing. It doesn't usually happen as fast as this is happening right now in this show.
Yeah,
or we're going to get to the main point of it right before the theme song. But yeah, they reveal the Nimbus 2000 or whatever, the Firebolt, and freshly created by the boys in research at My Man, and Baby whacks the fuck out of an apprehensive Earl, who immediately dies. He dies pretty much. Series wrap on Earl, everybody.
Yeah,
love to see it.
He made it to season 3, the middle of season 3,
and nobody thought he could.
And to kill off his character.
But here's what triggers the rest of the episode. Saying is Baby comments on this. Wow, this pan is pretty good. And the dollar signs fucking set ablaze in Turtle Puss's eyes.
Yep. And Earl has a concussion, and while he's
not dead,
makes a deal with Turtle Puss.
He will only sign a contract with one of them, not all three that he sees spinning around his head right now.
Yeah, it's too much.
which is of course like the situation Tim's also dealing with all the sponsorship deals he's been turning down and accepting this week.
Yeah, they keep bothering me. It's like Reebok,
Kmart,
we got Fashion Nova,
Radio Shack.
Yeah, Radio Shack, Circuit City,
Sega Saturn, the Planet
Sega
Saturn,
Dreamcast, just Sega in general.
Just a lot of Sega. Just Sega's fucking wants a piece of you. So I've heard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we cue the theme song. That's a big cold open done.
Yep. 2 whole fucking scenes. And we get Fran and Monica in the kitchen looking at the newest issue of Modern Carnivore, and it's got the full page ad with Earl and Baby with the slogan, this pan is pretty good and it takes the guesswork out of frying.
I love this post nap energy that we have going for this episode too. Like, oh my God. Just the reveal, pull the kimono back a little bit for everybody. This means them both just try to fit a nap in before this. And I don't know if it helped us at all. But yeah, so Monica, Fran's like telling Monica how excited she is about this ad and all the cameras, the lights, everyone crowding around us. The Tim's heard it all before. And the advertising executive just told them that they adore their family. And the baby is, of course, like trying to get to see it too. He's like questioning from behind, like, let me see.
Yeah.
Tim, wake up.
And baby, you could tell like the fame is already corrupting him because he's just like, oh, the camera loves me.
What's happening on our podcast is like Tim is signing all these autographs while we're recording.
Yeah.
See, that's a weird sound because you were just signing somebody's breasts last time I looked. So I don't know why their breasts sound like crumbled up paper.
Good day, sir.
You just have only one thing around you for foliage work. You're like, this better work for every single thing. We'll crumble up this paper. It's like, then he walked to the door. Crumble, crumble, crumble.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about, Ben? Those are real notes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. It's a real autograph.
There are no sound effects. There are no sound effects on this show.
But so Fran tells Monica that, of course, they're going to do these ads and possibly TV commercials because they want to be able to pay for baby's college, which have they talked about college in this show much yet? Like, who's gone to college? I guess lawyers, maybe. I don't know.
Did Earl go to college?
There's no fucking way.
No, he didn't even get into the dance school, which is what he really wanted to.
Baby would have been going to college at the same time that we were, basically. So, I mean, I guess there's a lot of people of our generation went to college. You went to college. That means anyone could have gone.
Yeah, your mom went to college.
That's not true. She did not go to college. This isn't Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh man.
This isn't a t-shirt at Hot Topic.
All right, I'll have to tell my agent to not book me for that part in the new Napoleon Dynamite.
New Napoleon Dynamite. You know, what I saw
Napoleon
was
Dynamite 2.
Yeah, I saw that there was a lot of voter fraud for Pedro too, so we got to watch out for that.
Yeah, I've seen the machines. I got the numbers.
But so Monica warns Fran about the evils of fame and whatnot, and she's being a real Debbie Downer. And I think she's kind of jumping on this pretty early. Like, obviously, Monica's seen the rest of the script and knows what happens, because I feel like nothing has happened enough to be like concerned yet. Like, they put an ad in the paper and Fran's happy about it. Like, don't be a dick to your friend because of the, like, yeah, I know that I've been carrying around that copy of the New Yorker with half of Gutless on the front and showing everybody. People will stop and like
framed in my room.
People ask me for change and I'm like, no, but look. Look who you're talking to.
Peasant.
So that probably also contributed to your fame. That's probably, people saw that cover in New Yorker, went to your page to see what you're about, saw the meme, which by the way is that meme where the guy smokes weed and he ends up in a different situation, but now he doesn't smoke weed, so he's sitting on the porch with minor threat. Sorry that we don't know who made that meme. We would credit them. Yeah, there are a lot of levels to it. It's good. Usually by this point,
make that meme, if you did make that meme, you can forward me your banking information, and I'll take the rest of your money.
Yeah, you should at least like send over all the notches in your bedpost you've gotten since you got famous to that person. But
what are you making is that a Fall Out Boy joke?
No, it's a sex joke. They didn't invent notches in their bedposts. They just invented sex. Like what is that? Trey Songz or Akon? I can't remember.
Pete Wentz.
Pete Wentz invented sex. You didn't know that? He invented on what was it? Fall Out Boy Eats Out Your Girlfriend or whatever that EP was.
Yeah.
That one. Yep. You know that Fall Out Boy is a reference to I'm just joking. Let's go.
Family Guy.
Yeah, the Family Guy. But yeah, so Fran isn't hearing this Debbie Downer bullshit. And like you know, Monica Seller, it's really easy to get your head turned around by these business guys, which this isn't Fran's first interaction with this. Fran's been a host on network TV before.
Exactly. And Monica's only interaction was she dated a producer.
Yeah, that's it. And it was probably just a producer on the show Dinosaurs, which are a dime a dozen anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But she says she's not gonna make any rash decisions even without Monica's expert opinion. When Earl runs into the room like with a pen, like, grab a pen, it's time to sign our lives away.
He's like, here's, sign it on my back like in the movie.
And Monica points out that they should probably read the fine print first. But Fran's an asshole about it, calling her a showbiz expert who fucked a TV producer once, which I thought was pretty cold.
Wow, Monica. So cool.
That's the last time she sticks her neck out there for them. But right. Otherwise, Roy will be all over it. But Earl tells Monica to face it, and she's just jealous because nobody wants to hit her on the head and pay her for it. Which I doubt it. I think Roy would pay for that. Or Roy would pay for her to hit him on the head.
Yeah.
That's more of his style. I think
if she did, she might kill him.
Yeah, like she killed that sexual Harris, and then he was reborn as Gus or whatever.
Yeah. Or as we'll see later in this episode.
Oh, no, I forgot. Yeah. Amazing. Yes, we will see. I think this is the episode, like we mentioned in the first episode, I mentioned that there's like a couple dinosaurs listed as baby, like types of dinosaurs. This is probably what the other one comes from, is this. Unless there's yet another one.
It's very weird. It's got an identity crisis.
Tim, you have to wear a mask if you're a yawn. It's contagious.
I'm sorry. Now I gotta wear one inside my own house.
Yeah, I heard they're putting a gender-neutral bathroom in our houses now too.
What's my freedom? Where is it? I'm famous. I don't have to do this.
I'm gonna buy myself more freedom.
Because freedom isn't free.
Costs folks like you and me. Speaking of Family Guy, but so we kick it over to scene 4, which is Earl and Baby on TV in a commercial, and it's Earl's like, "Hey son, time to fry up some dinner. How about if you give me that pan?" And then I wonder what happens next. Is what I would say if it wasn't fucking obvious that he just whacks him right in the head with it, but doesn't break.
Nope, does not break. It's a pretty good pan. Pretty
good pan.
And then we get the little spokesman comes in. It's like, whether you're just preparing dinner or just relaxing at home, the new My Man P2000 pan fits the bill.
This pan is pretty good.
The P2000, more than just a pretty pan, a pretty good pan.
Yeah, and then Earl gets hit again. Like, so he gets hit twice in this commercial. We're developing Earl is gonna die again. I mean, he already died.
He is gonna have fucking post-concussion syndrome. He's gonna Chris Benoit. That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, that's not great. I was gonna say that this is like this is probably like when he starts hearing the Dixie Chicks in his head a little bit too much, or the chicks in his head. Goodbye Earl keeps playing when he thinks he's gonna go to the next realm of existence, the afterlife. Yeah. But Robbie comments on how painful it looked when his dad got his ass kicked twice on TV. That heavy duty P2000 pan, and he's just like, it's not so bad if you get used to it.
And then he zones off, and he's like, "Will someone answer that phone?"
Yeah, so we're gonna get a lot of that in this scene of him like swatting at shit that ain't there. He's on a fucking meth psychosis bender right now, just talking to the shadow people.
He's got the phone. He's got his ears are ringing.
But Robbie points out that they're just exploiting him, and why doesn't he see that? And he's just going on about like they're just hitting me on the head with a pan. Why are there fucking bees everywhere? Why are there bees in here?
Bees.
The drive bee. It's a drive bee.
The bees in the trap.
But Fran is concerned by Earl's delusion just enough to like check if he's all right. But then like they get a switch to she gets distracted because Showbiz Tonight comes on, and it's all about Baby Tonight.
They even refer to him as Baby Sinclair.
Yeah, they found that information by searching through a bunch of like press releases and shit. You could have just asked him.
Yeah. And then during this segment, one of the Lisa is the one host, and then the other host comes in, and they're talking about Baby's the hottest celebrity. And it's just like, yeah, it's really great when he hits that big green thing with a pan.
What is that anyway? A rock or something?
I'm not a rock.
It's funny because like they see him the same way that like when Baby draws him with crayons in that one episode, he's just a big fucking green blob or whatever.
Yeah.
That must be what he actually looks like to most people.
Yeah, but then we get, we gotta get the script kind of flipped because Fran like only cares about how much more money they could get out of these ads. Well, the positive press.
Yeah, it's she's the one who's alerted by it and not paying attention to logic. But Earl, this only happens in situations where like Earl isn't the one getting the beneficial treatment, like you'll see in a minute. So like Fran's the one that's going to be pulled along, and he's going to see the fucking light behind it. But it's all selfish for him anyway. It's not like he's smart or anything.
Yeah. And then we come to the next day of filming, and they're having a medieval theme.
Yeah, which hasn't happened yet in the world, so I don't know how that works. I don't know how timeline works here, yes, at all.
It's kind of weird. Definitely,
it's all prehistoric.
Weird. And they already have like an established democracy. They don't have a monarchy unless they had one before.
I guess if it's a parallel to ours, there was a medieval, but it's just really funny to think of it like they got electricity because stuff just fell out of the sky. So like
a refrigerator,
yeah. So I don't really understand.
Well, anyway, we get another ad. Whether you're a king or you're just having fun.
You sound like Barney Rubble. But Duke Earl kneels before Baby. He calls him Your Majesty, and then he gets dubbed Sir Pan, which sucks. That's a terrible name, and he gets fucking whacked. And he's dead again.
He's suffering, and the director loves it though. It was crisp. It had authority. He believed it completely.
But Fran wants to see Earl get abused a bit more, which I think is fair. Honestly, she wants another take. I think this is all payback. If we're being real, it's not addressed, but come on, he deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, a few more hits, and maybe he'll just forget he's even married to her.
Then where does he go? Where does Earl go? He just stands in the driveway like he did when he was high on weed and didn't have a job. And just stares.
Yeah, or join the cheer squad.
That's what he did that in the one episode as well. It's true. He just showed up at high school.
Back to school. That's
how it works.
Going to school.
You know what happens when you do that? You get arrested. You can't just do that. You're 42,
unless you're Billy Madison
or Rodney Dangerfield. If you're one of those two guys, you can pull it off. Or Drew Barrymore, a reporter pretending to be a student.
Well, to be fair,
I will never be fair.
To be fair, Rodney Dangerfield did go to college. He didn't go to.
To be fair, I didn't watch the movie.
Yeah, he was in college.
That's not even a movie. Then that's not. What's the premise there? Adult does things he wants to do. Like that's normal
for his son. His son who is college age.
You know what? I don't respect that guy. That's what I'm getting at. I don't respect that Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, well, no one does. Okay.
Oh shit, that's the conceit, isn't it? But yeah. So Mel Lester. What is his name of this episode? I think we learned it. Sonny. I think it's Sonny.
Is it Sonny, really?
It comes up, and if I was wrong, we'll see in like a minute when we get to the scene. But he comes and checks on Earl's health, his consciousness, and Earl's just asking for mommy to bring him fudge, and he's like, "All right, sounds good to me." That's what a normal person would say in this circumstance. He's not dying.
That's the pretty sure that was the concussion protocol back in the 90s and 80s.
Hell, it might still be for real. Like now people are starting, like I have like one of my friends has had like, I don't know, like 8 concussions or some crazy shit. So he has to quit doing all, like he was playing hockey and all this other shit, just getting his ass whooped. And like that dude, like he doesn't know what's going on ever. I'm not going to say his name because now I feel bad about saying that, but it's not fun. Earl was probably smart when this baby was born, you know?
Maybe.
Shit went downhill.
You never know. Yeah.
Or he was a dinosaur with a brain the size of a walnut. You never know.
Yeah.
So anyway, Larry, not Sonny, goes up to Fran and asks her if she needs anything. And he's like, you know, she's starting to get like to the point where she wants to call more shots around here. Like how she called the next scene. She also wants some real cream in her coffee. And I don't know what the emphasis is. I don't know what the fuck they were using that wasn't real cream. Is there something I'm unaware of?
There's powdered cream. That's a thing.
Is that a thing? I've heard of the powdered milkman.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But I'm not a big coffee drinker, so I guess I wouldn't have. I'd never come across that. Yeah, I just thought she was like trying to flirt with him or something. I didn't understand what was happening there.
No, she just wanted coffee that tasted good.
What an asshole. What a megalomaniac. But yeah, I guess he does say lose the powdered stuff. I want to, you know, he wants her to be happy. And he walks over to his guy, Turtle Puss, or whatever the fuck his name is supposed to be. My man. My man, Turtle Puss. The man of a million jobs.
Yeah. But he wants to discuss the marketing data and like what their target what the target audience likes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, he's basically in this order. They love the baby, his diaper, his fingers, his toes, his teeth, and the little space between the teeth.
baby. And at the bottom is that big green thing.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
When he hits with the pan.
Yeah. So this is the point at which Larry realizes that they pay Earl. He didn't think they did that. So he's like, get him the fuck out of here. He's done. Fire him. Gone.
So what is baby going to hit? No one thought this through.
They say like there's plenty of inanimate objects at some point. Like
but it's not gonna be,
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But I guess the reporters couldn't tell it was a person or a dinosaur anyway. So I guess none of it made sense to begin with. Also, we never even saw like people like fanning over baby. Like, how's he a celebrity if nobody seems to give a shit?
He was a god at one point.
And we saw way more dinosaurs involved in that.
Yeah.
You tell me that celebrities aren't as big as God now? Fucking,
they are God.
They are God. Yeah, ask that Chapman
Kanye.
guy and Lennon
and Kanye.
And whoever assassinates Kanye.
God. God.
Easy, baby. But so Mel brings Fran a chair with her name on it. Mel is Larry, by the way. I keep doing this. he was first introduced as Mel Lester, so it's hard to like leave that in the past.
Mo Curly and Larry.
So brings Fran a chair with her name on it and walks over to Earl to ask for some water. Earl asked for water to take aspirin in. Very common request for somebody who just died again. And this is where he decides to make it seem he's like, oh, some water, huh? And let me guess, you need a glass to put it in. And then what's next? Some ice, a piece of pound cake, a private jet. So he's fucking had it with Earl and his requests.
And Earl is so concussed that he's just like, pound cake?
Yeah, the private jet did not cross his mind at all. He's like, oh shit, pound cake. Probably help him from not passing out.
Yeah, he needs the sugar in his system.
Yeah. So he fires Earl and tells him he's not the only blunt surface in town.
You can't fire me. I'm Sir Pan.
So Earl declares that if he's out, his family's out too. But he forgets that they're also like Fran's her own person or dinosaur. Dinosaur person. She doesn't have to listen to this bullshit.
Yeah, and plus they signed the contract. So
yeah,
you can't break it.
So yeah, she's not going for that. She's in it for baby's education. And at this moment, she is approached by Mindy with dress options for her awards dinner.
And she can't wait.
Mm-hmm. And Earl's remaining indignant about this, or getting fired. But Fran is like, says it's irresponsible for her to walk out on the baby's career. And of course, he doesn't need a career. He's a baby. But like, tell that to Alec Baldwin in the movie Boss Baby. Like, some babies are given careers, some aren't. That's just how it is.
Some babies have careers. Deal with it.
Some babies sell records. Some babies sell drugs. That's just how it goes. Yeah, so he doesn't need a career. Fran yells to the staff that she wants her evening bag, which I don't really know what that is. I'm not a big famous person. Tim probably knows what it is. Probably isn't allowed to tell us.
No, I'm not. I had to sign an NDA.
No dudes allowed. Is that what that stands for?
In your bag. No dudes allowed in your bag.
So Fran tells Earl can we talk about this tomorrow, sweetheart? And I have a press meeting in 20 minutes. The award ceremony is tonight, and we need to finish shooting this by noon. And so Franny, of course, chooses Earl. No, does not choose Earl over Luster over there. Chooses Larry, which who could blame her? He's the one with the money.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, she's famous now too, so why would she hang out with Earl?
She was too famous for him even when she wasn't famous. Earl's bad company drags her down.
Yeah.
They can't make me care about the stakes of an episode when it's Fran caring about Earl, because I don't think she should. It's a low stakes for me,
sell.
Baby. Yeah,
it's a hard sell. They have to get the children involved for you to really care.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's just like, so what? That green thing? I didn't even know that was a dinosaur. Get rid of him. We're paying him.
Scary. No, scary.
So we kept the baby wearing some little gay ass yellow sailor suit with sunglasses.
I'll let you say that. I know, right? Say that.
Yeah, well, that's the shield.
I'm famous. I can't get canceled now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You'd have to get a job or something. Yeah. No, but of course, that's my shield. Is since I'm gay, I can say gay. Yeah, it's the thing. We can get away with it, buddy. That's stupid. Anyway,
just like Matt Damon.
Yeah, just like Matt Damon. Matt Gay Man. Nobody ever thought about it, except
I don't think that's what he calls him.
Isn't there a song? No, isn't it Sarah Silverman's fucking Matt Damon, and then Ben Affleck was fucking what's Jimmy Kimmel? So I guess Ben Affleck's the gay one. Okay, well, I prefer that. I think he's hotter. So whatever, Matt Damon, get out of here. You were hot in 2 movies ever: Born Identity and Born Supremacy.
Oh, because of supremacy.
Yeah, he's looking very supremacy. Wait, what? I was trying to say breedable and submissive, but with supremacy.
God damn it.
It didn't work. What?
Hey, can we talk about that real quick?
About breedable and submissive?
Yeah.
That's all that's on my mind. Let's go.
So I took it as just some weird kink thing.
Yeah.
But apparently it is actually from a video game.
What? Mario?
No, it's from Final Fantasy VII.
That seems wild. Why is it from that?
It's because when you breed chocobos in the game, that's a thing. Because you breed them. You breed the chocobos to get the perfect chocobo, which is the golden chocobo. See,
you're saying this, and I'm finding 0 results on the internet.
That's what our good friend and fellow celebrity Matthew said on a podcast.
So this is oh shit, Matthew from Sinclairity. That one episode. Yeah. I'm gonna say that this probably wasn't in the game. If anything, it was probably something he said in the fandom because nothing's popping up. Because that'd be wild if just straight in the game it's like this chocobo is submissive and breedable.
I'm just saying.
I think maybe that's just what it's like in England. This is a Mandela effect thing.
raising chocobos.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of submissive and breedable, I also think of choking. Someone choking me. Chocobos. But
please leave Bo alone.
Yeah. But we got a baby in his cool little yellow. Yeah, baby in his cool yellow sailor suit, wearing sunglasses, telling Fran that he doesn't give a shit dick if he's late because he's a fucking rock star. He's gonna party like one.
And we get it's funny because they do this just because of what the scene calls for, but we get Monica coming in through a different window in the kitchen.
Of course, like, I don't know that, and I did not.
Yeah, so because she's instead of the door where she usually is, she comes from the other window. Like it's very. Yeah,
maybe they were doing street cleaning that day. She couldn't go on that side, like when she lived with Roy.
But yeah, so she comes in and she's like, "Hey, cutie," to the baby, and the baby wants to give her an autograph.
Yeah, he wants to sign a Tim McGowan for her, or John Hancock, whatever they call him in this universe.
To Monica, don't ever change. That's the most hey, could you sign my yearbook?
Yeah, ever. You might as well put I signed your crack or whatever. Like, what wild and crazy year we've had. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah,
baby's fake. That's what I'm gonna say right now. It's poser.
Fake friend.
Fake friend. No new friends, just baby friends. But Monica reveals that the nature of this visit is to catch up with Fran over lunch because they haven't been able to chill for a while. But Fran's got like the meeting with the network at lunch. She has to discuss the movie of the week, and they gotta decide which disease baby should have. Which baby isn't excited about it. He's just like, yuck. Which I guess, are they really gonna give him one, or is it a fake? Like, they could just get him sick. He's had some fucked up diseases already in the show that they had to go to the man in the woods about.
Exactly.
Into the thick of it. But Fran isn't available tomorrow either. She's got no time for her old friends. That's how you know you're famous, when the people that surround you switch. That's what's going on here.
And Ben, you're always a switch. So
that's true. I used to be a wee. A wee you. But she can't because she's opening a new mall the next day. And then a limo honks outside. Imagining a limo that can fit dinosaurs in it is also fucking hilarious to me. But we never get to see
they have a car, Ben.
So. I know, but a limo is funnier. Like picture if Monica had to get in a limo, but her head's still up front. She's all the way in the back. Yeah, she would never get in a car. That wouldn't work.
Why would she need to get into a car? She could probably just
None of them need to. Everything is next to each other. Like, I don't know why they have cars. It makes no sense. That was just a silly thing.
Yeah. But so Fran basically gives Monica just talk to my assistant Raul.
Yeah, which is also your agent, which is funny to me that you and Fran have the same agent.
Well, we have class and lots of money.
You're like school in the fall and spring. You got class and lots of money. Schools don't have lots of money. My bad.
No, they don't. And
not at all.
In Florida, they'll probably take your money away if you want people to wear masks.
Oh, what a country.
What a country.
So but Fran says that this 10-second interaction they had was so nice, and we'll do it again soon. And baby adds, let's do lunch, call my agent, I'll be on the coast, I'm a playa, gotta love me, ciao. Like, what the fuck?
All the catchphrases that I have to learn, actually.
Oh, this is part of is this the thing?
Yeah, they're in my notes here.
Yeah,
I have to say these things constantly.
He's crumbling up his degree. That's what I saw Tim describe his degree off the wall. Guess he's never going to be a journalist. He's famous now.
Nope. That's right. I don't need to be.
You have to prove that you're a journalist to keep doing this podcast. Like, the boys at corporate will get upset. So hopefully you took a picture of that.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool. Just making sure. But they leave Monica there at their house, and she sadly does like a little bye, like the last episode of the nanny, and closes the door behind her. But then right before Earl walks in wearing his robe and mistaking Monica for his wife, he wishes. It's like, morning, sweetheart. Yeah, oh great. Just what I want to see first thing in the morning. Your big blue know-it-all puss sticking it into my house. Puss.
That is disgusting.
I know puss means face, but come on. You can't trick me like the British people tricked me into thinking Fanny meant puss too. Can't be tricked, can't be fooled again.
No. Won't be fooled again.
I think this is our third or fourth song that we've sung a little bit of in this episode. Don't it always seem to go?
Yeah, exactly. So Earl is aware that Fran is too busy for Monica, which he also feels like he's feeling it too. Like she doesn't talk to him or hang out with him or anything like that.
Yeah, he mentions that like she went away to slip on something more clingy, and then they're gonna have an intimate breakfast for the two of them on the veranda. Of course, Monica's like, dude, she's fucking left. Like, you can't, like, he's clearly, this wasn't even like fake plans he had. He's just lying to Monica to cover up his sad existence.
Yeah, he even starts like crying.
Yeah, immediately when she calls it out, he starts crying. He's like, you were right, the whole thing was a big mistake. It's been days since I've seen my wife, and they fired me at the studio
over pound cake.
Over pound. Yeah, he said that's all he remembers, that had something to do with pound cake. He needs to get a doctor for sure.
Yeah,
poor guy. But he can no longer keep up with Fran's jet set lifestyle. So Monica suggests that maybe Earl calls her assistant Raul, but Earl
hates Raul.
Yeah, because he pencils in for things. I hate being penciled in. I feel him. So I always say, I'm not some fucking SAT exam. Don't pencil me in.
Nope. But then that's when Earl comes to the conclusion that he's even more upset because they both agree that it's not a good job for Fran.
Yeah, that's the real hard thing for him. He agrees with somebody smarter than him.
He agrees with Monica.
Oh shit!
He's gonna go out and like fight for equal rights or something.
Yeah, he's got pink pilled or whatever. He's a feminist now. He's gonna get one of those pink pussy hats. He's gonna like have hard opinions on Lena Dunham.
Yep.
It's gonna be a big thing for Earl.
Disgusting.
So baby is wearing a white robe that says BS on it. That's his thing. He gets his bullshit robe, baby Sinclair. And which just reminds me of like in the movie Santa Claus when Tim Allen gets that robe that says SC on it, and he's like, they're like, see, look, it's your Santa Claus. He's like, Scott Calvin. It's his fucking name. Very convenient. I'm glad the writers thought of that. But so
yeah, they thought of everything.
Yeah, they thought of everything. But baby's being tended to by a couple of Unisaur ladies who say they'll run around frantically to get him whatever he shall need. Not great. Baby already is like loves this kind of attention, so like telling him he can get whatever the fuck he wants is going to go bad. Like that's not good.
Yeah. Which what he wants is juice. He's like,
yeah,
juice.
He wants.
I want juice.
Yeah, he's like fucking Chance the Rapper at this point, but he wants that juice. And Otto walks over to check on baby. Only knows that Wayne isn't manning the lights correctly. So his name's Otto. Why did I call him Larry earlier? What are these people's names?
Larry, Otto, and Mark,
maybe his name is. I don't know, man. This is getting really confusing. Because like
we've talked about 3 different characters.
I know. Let's just say it's the guy doing the commercial shoots and stuff. I think it's funny because like I don't think they've called him Otto a single time yet. So I'm thinking that like he calls him, maybe he called him as a nickname, and then I like was like that must be his real name, and like went from there. Because like I think before that we had Larry or some shit. You know, if anybody's listening to this and watches the show, tweet at me what his name is in this episode, and and next time I will be more normal and awake and sober or whatever when I do my notes.
Yeah,
I mean I've been sober, but
we do learn Wayne's name.
Yeah, the character that's introduced just for the scene, we do get his name correct. But Wayne is up there manning the lights, and they're supposed to make baby look good. And currently, baby looks like shit, apparently. So he's doing it wrong.
And he fires him.
Yeah, he tells him he's like, you've got a light, you've got a kid. You're supposed to use the light to make the kid look good. You're fired. So baby fucking like you can see that thing where like in there's choice based games where it's like this choice will impact something in the future. Like baby's like staring at that when it happens. But I don't know why I had to have that moment because it's literally immediately it happens.
Yeah, he gets the juice. And he's like, let me tell you about your job. You got a bottle, you got a baby, you stink. You're fired.
Yeah, so he lost the plot a little bit of it, even though it just happened in front of him.
It was a lot to process for a 2-year-old.
Yeah, for sure. And Otto interjects at first, like, I beg your pardon. And then he said, you heard him, you're out. Well, but this is where Fran, like, you think she's starting to get a little concerned about like this baby's behavior and like asks like what the hell just happened. He's like, that's what we do. Baby just fired a guy. You know, we fire guys, we ruin lives. You want a cappuccino with real cream?
With real cream is cream.
I can't wait to be a big firing business guy like this guy.
Yeah, you get a lot of cream in your coffee.
Checkers rule everything around me. Cream is for closers. Coffee is for creamers.
Gotcha.
ABC, always be creaming.
Oh my god.
Let's get to the next scene.
I'm gonna lose my sponsors.
which sponsors did you agree to? Have you made any? There's a little bit of update in Tim's celebrity corner.
Skechers.
Those are still around. That's cool.
Skechers.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And
what's
Levi's jeans?
Oh, the jeans, Levi Strauss. What's do you get like any like free? Do you get like a signature line? Like are we gonna get Tim jeans out there?
They're just cutoffs.
Oh, sick. That's fucking rad. Where do they cut off at? Like are they capris or are they like Jefferson stock cutoffs? Like what are we talking about here? What kind of Jordans we got?
They're like underwear basically.
Yeah. So like Toby Fume, like you're Never Nude. They're like a Never Nude brand then.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they are. So there you have it. That's a little update from Tim's celebrity corner.
Welcome.
I'll let him get back to his plate of cocaine. So we can get to the next scene where
cappuccino.
Hell if I know. But Fran and Robbie are going over a pile of movie scripts for potential baby vehicles, like baby drivers. And Robbie complains about how embarrassing they would all be for baby to star in. So they're not good.
Yeah, but Fran does not agree. She thinks that they would be great for baby.
Yeah, they're all good opportunities, but also Robbie proves it wrong by reading a quick premise about a family of dinosaurs leaving their baby home alone as they go on vacation. So this is just not believable writing. That would never happen. And they're right.
That's okay because
about that.
Yeah, and plus it's okay because writers are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, this is well before the writer strike too. They'll just hire new writers. They can just fucking pull them off the street.
That's right, Tim.
That's right, Tim. They're coming for you.
Go find a new job, you slacker.
But Charlene saunters over to find out if they have any parts for her in the movies. Robbie's so clever. He says they haven't gone over to the horror movies yet. Ooh, nailed her. Yeah. Was she going to be the Babadook? Fuck out of here. You see the bitch from The Ring? Fuck out of here. So Fran asked Charlene if she gave baby his bath, and she of course this is the same trouble I had earlier when I was supposed to bathe Tim. Is you were like, I don't like that soap, it's not good for my skin. And you also kept laughing and said you were ticklish, and I was like, this is the worst. I can't believe Issa has to do this every week.
I like very specific soap.
I know,
very dry skin. So.
Yeah, you maybe turn on Days of Our Lives while you were getting a bath. That was the soap you chose.
Yeah, I think I have taste.
Sorry, your writers also wrote me some jokes too. I'm just trying to get through them.
General Hospital.
Children's Hospital. the soap opera.
But just like that, I fired you, just like baby.
Yeah.
Fired Charlene. And Robbie's just like, yeah, he fired me too.
And dipshit Earl walks in and says hi to the kids, but pretends he doesn't remember who Fran is.
Oh, did I used to know you?
You used to be a certain Fran Sinclair, loving wife and mother. Now you're just a hua.
And then Charlene's like, uh-oh, Dad's trying to be sarcastic.
Which we've learned in the past that he normally has to end it with, I'm being sarcastic, because nobody gets it.
I'm listening to a bird.
I'm listening to a bird. This isn't Jason Alexander episode.
I know.
Robbie does argue that he's not being sarcastic. He's more leaning on the edge of being facetious or feces-ish. He's like shit like.
Shit like?
But speaking of horror movies, he shouts, "Get out!" And that's just plain words. Plain rude. That's just plain rude. See that I wrote that one myself because I had to fire my writers that you gave me.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll fire him too.
Everything they wrote down was just like that. It said that scene in Family Guy where I'm like, that's not how this works. Like, you can't. They're like, we've seen you do that plenty of times in conversations. I'm like, whatever.
But it's just so true, you know.
Family Guy, yeah, of course. It's art reflecting reality or whatever, the vice versa.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, V, very special guest V, she is a Family Guy apologist.
Oh, okay. That's nobody needs to be that. I love V. I love V, but I can find some quotes in that show that you will not want to apologize on behalf of V.
I'm glad I can call her out here.
What is this like a recent, like she's rewatching and she's like, it's all right?
I don't know.
I would argue if she only got 2 seasons in maximum.
I think it was just a funny joke.
Nope.
You should make her explain it to you.
I'm gonna this is a thing now, is I'm gonna make her a shirt that says, actually I have a shirt I already made that's in my house right now that says like Peter and Lois and baby, what's his name, Stewie. I have that shirt I made for my friend that's like that style and it has all the Family Guy characters on it. And I forgot to bring it to Cincinnati with me just now. I was gonna give it to him. It's a muscle shirt too. I just give it to V now. Awesome. Sorry, Michael Morris, if you're listening, it's V's now.
That's pretty funny.
It's a good shirt. I'm not gonna lie. I made it with my printer and it's beautiful. But so I guess I was wrong about Fran starting to be reasonable for a second. Or maybe she's just annoyed with the fact that Earl comes in acting like he fucking knows everything when she knows it's all selfish. But she reminds Earl that they already talked about how the showbiz is good for the baby because it'll pay for college. And Earl's like, shit done changed, baby doll. And he has been having a lustful affair with Monica. I guess that's what Earl's been up to. That's what it seems like to me.
Fucking Monica.
Been fucking Monica. Wherein they badmouth frown while they fuck. That's their pillow talk. It's all Fran-centric. And so is mine.
They hate fuck.
They hate fuck. Yeah, which is I don't want to talk about Earl fucking any longer. I'm sorry. I brought it up and I feel bad for everyone. I'm sorry, everybody.
It is your fault.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. And I can't even blame those writers. I fired them.
No, you fired them. That's your joke.
I know. So I'm gonna I'll make an apology officially on Twitter later. But
don't tag me.
So Fran's upset that him and Monica talk about her. She doesn't care about the other stuff that I made up that didn't happen. Errol's like, a lot of people talk about you now, Fran, and a lot of it ain't good. What an asshole.
I like that Fran cares about that for some reason.
Well, that's part of being famous, is caring about what people think of you, right?
I guess so.
It's you have to deal with that. It's weird because envy can be like a weapon against you, but it could also be like a tool that you use to get ahead. And she's not going to learn a full lesson because this writer is not that good. But that's what we're hinting at in this episode, is that's a double-edged sword, but they just don't really get it there.
No,
like we have oftentimes with the show. But Fran urges Earl to get to the point, and he's just like, "You're a little too caught up in this glitzy dream factory you call show business." And
yeah, and Fran is just like, "Well, anything else?" He's like, "Yeah, I got more." He's like, "Plenty more." You say you're doing this for this baby? Now tell me this: who gets the ride in the limo? Who gets the cappuccino?
Fuck it, with
who
real
gets herself a fancy new blouse?
Yeah, full of boobies. So how bosses come? I don't know. I just wanted to have something to say to each thing you said. But for the award ceremony, and she's like, "You think that's what this is all for?" And like he's like, "It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think. And you better think hard." He's driving me crazy in this scene. There we go, getting into Grease now. But yeah, he's driving me crazy in this episode because his whole acting like he's holier than thou. It's just because he got fucking fired. Like he doesn't give a shit about her. Fran, you're too good for him. Leave him.
For Monica,
Fran asserts that she's not pushing Baby to do anything he doesn't want to do, and she's like gets into this thing where she's like, "It's all for him. That's why I'm doing it. It's all for him." And it's like fades out. Like, it's all for him. The band, His Eternal Majesty, I guess.
No.
So what we have here is a flash forward to the future of the baby.
Yeah. And we get it's basically like a Sally, Jesse, Raphael. I think the character's name is even Sally.
yeah. That's the only one we get. What is the Sally, Jesse, Raphael? What is that? What are you referencing? I missed whatever this is.
That's a show.
I've never heard of that.
It's like Oprah. It's like it's more like a Jerry Springer, really.
It's not three people.
No, that's one person.
The way you said their name sounded like you were listing people. I thought it was like
it's one name.
I was like, "Where's Donatello?" Oh, you know what? I recognize
my favorite Ninja Turtle is Sally.
Yeah, the best one. You know, it's actually their salamander friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get this thing that Tim made up, this TV show. I put Oprah, and you had your own thing.
Yeah, well, her name is Sally.
Yeah, I think you're more accurate as to what it's exactly referencing. I just didn't know that
she
existed.
Even has the glasses on, the red glasses.
I just looked her up and I'm like, oh, okay, I recognize his face, so this makes sense. But anybody over 60 knows what we're talking about. But
like me,
yeah. The host shows a picture of Baby from the My Man ads. It's like, those of you who are old enough may remember this little guy, happy-go-lucky Baby Sinclair. 40 years ago, this engaging sprite stole the country's heart. and those My Man pan commercials. Remember? Which I don't know why this is like important to anybody. It was like 2 commercials about a pan hitting a guy. But I guess this is all in Fran's head.
You know how celebrity culture is, you know?
That's true. People will not leave alone the Nirvana baby. The Nirvana baby. It won't leave him alone. The Gerber baby fucking won't leave him alone. The most famous people we have in this world.
Alcoholic.
The alcoholic Gerber baby. Hey, that's not Fame's fault. He was an alcoholic when he got hired. He was like that fucking baby from Roger Rabbit with a cigar. He can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, so he's basically a guest on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes out, which so this is probably, they probably didn't intend it to be, but it's very funny that adult Baby is his actual father. Yeah,
from the Switch at Birth episode. Yeah, that's pretty funny. So Sexual Harris comes out in a diaper and yellow shirt, smoking a cigarette. The audience chants for him.
Use the pan. Use the pan.
They could have had a reference. This is the episode that should have referenced the drug ad, the heroin ad with like the eggs in the pan, but they like wasted that reference in the fucking weed episode. He's like, I've been using the pan for years.
He keeps coughing though, like he's trying to do his catchphrase.
Yeah, but but what's funny here is if somebody started coughing uncontrollably, you wouldn't have the response that Sally has, which is like, what the hell happened to you? You'd be like, are you okay? Like, coughing's a normal thing to happen to people. He's also smoking a cigarette on stage.
Yeah, well, it was 1992. You can still do that.
Yeah, so it's just like, what the hell happened to you? And he's like, showbiz happened, baby. I don't know if he says baby, but he is baby, so I put it there. First the pan commercials, then the beach movies, sitcoms, talk show circuits. I wanted to quit, but she kept pushing me. She couldn't get enough. She She screams in silence, a sullen riot. No, he's not singing Green Day. He starts shouting she and leaves it at that. This isn't a gutless set. But she interrupts like, your mother? He's like, yeah, my mother. She was there when I was hot, but where was she when I couldn't get arrested? Sal, where was she when I did get arrested? What does it mean when I couldn't get arrested? What does that mean? Is there like another
like a baby, or he was just like he had diplomatic immunity?
I like, yeah. Is there like another like fucking thing that it means? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We get the CCTV footage of the baby robbing the store.
Yeah, so it went downhill when he was still very young because he's still the regular baby in the scene, doing his stick up and give me all your money. Hey,
okay, don't shoot.
Yeah, you that kid from TV? That'd be fucking hilarious,
band, right?
That'd be fucking hilarious getting robbed by somebody like a kid from a commercial, or like fucking Vince Offer, or like, I mean, that's realistic. Actually, I would not want to deal with that. But
wasn't that what was it? Was it Gary? It wasn't Gary Coleman. It was who was the other kid from
Webster?
Not
Emmanuel
Webster.
Lewis.
No.
Who other
the other guy from Different Strokes. The other kid.
Oh, the old Willis.
Yeah.
What, did he get arrested for something like that?
Yeah, like he went off the rails as a like former child star and stuff like that.
Oh,
this is just a thing that happens in our society, folks.
Yeah,
child stars
to prison pipeline.
Yeah, that's a real problem in this country.
But yeah, he was 27 at the time in 1993. So this is probably what's kind of referencing. He was 27 and was charged with attempted murder. Or, ugh. Well, Baby tried that too, so that makes sense. That's a 1-to-1 parallel.
Yeah, he was gonna shoot that man.
Yeah, like in that. It's like in that. There's that Eminem skit on one of his albums where he's like robbing a store and they're like, "Don't shoot anyone," blah blah blah. And then of course he just does it because he's Eminem. You can't tell him not to shoot people. He's a criminal.
Thank you.
Yeah, that one. Isn't it the song "Criminal" too that I'm thinking of? Yeah.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Creepy.
Yeah.
What a unbalanced album. That's the album where if I drive around, I turn it on. I turn it down a little bit. I don't want anyone to know what I'm listening to. This is for me, baby. This is my nostalgia. I don't want to
say I can't rap about Coke no more.
They say I can't rap about chocobos. They say I can't be submissive and breedable.
Eminem is.
He is submissive and breedable. And then and then their child Stan Belaya. Congratulations for coming out as non-binary. Sorry that your dad's Eminem. The money's probably nice though. Than that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so we got the right when he's like, telling him he's pretty nice watch, hand it over. We get the whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police hits up, and the baby puts his hands up and is like, "I'm the baby. You gotta love me." So he already admits to who he is. He could have tried to like hide his identity, but he's dumb. Wasn't raised right.
But everyone knows him from the Pan commercials.
That's true. Like all over Pangea, they know this Pan baby. But,
he's Pan.
Yeah, Sal comments on the video we just watched saying it was tragic. And I heard you wrote a book about your life.
Yeah, I wrote it when I was doing a nickel in the slammer. I call it I Blame You, Mommy.
So as we cut back to Fran being selfish and dumb and shouting about her poor baby and what she done, I gotta wonder. So the reason I say selfish and dumb is she just cares about how much he blames her, not what actually happened to him. But I gotta wonder, like, what is your book? I know you're writing a book now about the meme you shared from Twitter to Facebook without crediting the author, and I just want to know if you had a title yet for that.
It's called Minor Threat NFTs.
That's okay. All right.
I think
just you're gonna get sued.
It's just a self-help book.
I think you're gonna get sued.
It's just a self-help book to it like tells you how to become famous, how to stay famous.
Oh, how to stay famous. That's a hard one.
Yeah, that is very hard. But that's basically what it is.
If I gave you like a scenario of like a reason a celebrity might be like losing some fame, could you give me like how you would turn it around? Like how your book would recommend it? I'm just going to read the card you gave me for the example.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so say you're driving somewhere, probably another country, and you accidentally do like a little hit and run. And you kill 2 people with your car. What's your next move in your career?
Well, you just got to leave the country as soon as you can.
Sounds good to me. So that's from your chapter. How I would do it if I was Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. plus, like, so just you're in a foreign country. You're not used to driving there. Like,
that's true.
They probably drive on the wrong side of the road.
So you're England? I think England's the only one that does that bullshit. I used to think it was all of Europe. I was like, maybe we're just wrong. Or maybe it's like how toilets go the other way in Australia. But no, England's just dumb. Once again, proving it. They think chocobos are submissive and breedable. And they think that you should drive on the other side of the road. And they think James Bond is sexy. I don't agree with any of this.
Well, if Idris Elba was James Bond, then yes.
Yeah. Or if there wasn't a thing in the contract that says that it can't be a woman, I'd watch it if it was a woman, because I'm a progressive. I'm a feminist now.
Yeah. They should get Emma Watson.
Never mind. I'm not a feminist anymore. Fucking bad actor. I'm sure she's fine in some stuff, but not in anything I've seen her in. She's fine in Harry Potter. Fucking garbage in Perks of Being a Wallflower, though. I can't let her forgive that. But Baby is wearing his sunglasses in his high chair, refusing to drink the juice and demanding everything else, demanding something else from everyone else. And Fran has to level with him naturally. That's what we have, man. And he's just
They'll never serve juice in this town again.
She's like, why would she give a shit? She doesn't need a job. She's content with being just a mother, even though every few episodes she decides she's not content with being just a mother and is going to get a job.
Yeah. And then we get, Earl really gets himself in trouble here, because he comes in, he's yawning. He's like, and she's like, good morning, Earl. And he's like, good morning, Monica.
I've been there. Fran, what are you doing here? He's so upset. Like, he didn't even know the things that Monica introduced him to, like the eye droplets of urine, the real cream,
the submissive
chocobos.
Yeah, chocobo.
He's from the Chocoho tribe. What? How do we get out of this one? So he asks Fran what she's doing here. She's making breakfast, and the phone rings, and Baby just shouts, "Hold my calls!"
But it's Mr. My Man, and he's on the phone, and he's saying that Fran is 2 hours late, and
she's making breakfast.
Yep, and he does not care to discuss the subject of breakfast.
He does not think it's as important as family. But somehow My Man enters their kitchen on the phone call still with the cell phone.
He's on his cell phone.
This is definitely an early 90s making fun of cell phone guys type bit right here.
Oh yeah.
We got one of those early 90s cell phone bits. But he's yelling about the work they have left to do in the studio that day. And like he continues talking into the phone while they're right there, which is I think it's great as well. But it says that Baby needs to get in there and start acting. But they disagree.
If Baby acts like anything, it better be a baby.
He's always been playing himself, so I don't really know what that even means. But so baby sunglasses over here gives Fran a cool look and is like, "Mama." She's like, "Huh?" He's like, "Where's my limo?" And then she's like, you know what? You know how I'm going to raise this baby? Well, it's not going to be on some movie lot surrounded by a pack of sleazy, manipulative, two-faced cellular phonies. Oh, got him. Cellular phonies. Ooh, Holden Caulfield over here. Holden Phone Caulfield. Right?
We got to hire these writers.
I know.
My team.
Let's see what they're doing. Oh, this is Dana Seivel. She's just working with Ramon. Simone. Raven Simone, yeah. That's the the Ramones were named after Raven Simone. They just cut it together, made it Ramones. Little known fact. They went ahead in time, saw her on the Cosby Show, and were like, "That's a great band name if we cut it a little bit." And I hear she's gonna suck when she's older. But
we're the Simones.
But yeah, so she's not dealing with that shit. He's gonna be raised right here where he belongs, in a home, by a family who loves him and knows what's best for him.
But even he like keeps being sleazy though. He's just like, he just switches. He's like, okay, well then you can have your own show, Fran.
Yeah. he does that whole thing, and she's just not going for it. She's already done that before, and he tries to do the thing. He goes over to Baby again to do another pitch where he's just like, all right, your mom's flushing your career down the toilet, kid. We're not going to let her do that, are we? And Baby's like, he loves his mom. What is he going to do? What do you think he's going to do? Fucking wax that dude. Wax him good.
Fucking wax him
with his own fucking pan.
And then he lets Earl do it. So they're basically assaulting this man in their house.
Yeah. Baby gets a whack at him, then Earl comes over and knocks him dead. He's dead. That's a series wrap on my man. Cut it, print. That's a wrap.
There's so many bodies on that pan.
What? Jesus. But yeah, so that was a weird fucking episode.
Yeah, it was very weird.
I feel like it was, the writers were as tired as we are currently when they wrote it, because like I don't know what they were going for overall. Like, I guess they were probably, it was maybe right after the thing happened with the guy whose name I already forget. What was it? Todd Bridges.
Yeah,
there we go. I'm sure there were some other examples by that point too. It was the 90s. I had a bunch of
those. Davey Bonaducci.
Yeah, which I always thought was a fake name that is just like something you call somebody if you hate them. This is like such a funny sounding fucking name.
It's just Italian.
No, I'm not a pervert. I'm Italian.
Issa showed me.
Fuck you, I'm Italian.
Issa showed me a meme with Wario, and it says, "I'm perverted and Italian."
I've seen that. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, Wario, you sex god. You absolute sex god. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
But speaking of absolute sex gods, I had no segue ready. Hold on, let me do another take. Speaking of having no segue ready, you can join us next weekend. Which what episode are we gonna do next weekend?
We're doing Steroids to Heaven.
Oh, that sounds
so.
Like
this is like
appropriate for kids.
It's kind of like a follow up to see the whole time watching this episode. I thought for some reason that the focus was going to shift to Earl having concussions, like having too many concussions.
Yeah, it seemed like that'd be a big like a plot to follow since they built it up so much.
Yeah, so this is a perfect follow-up, an episode about steroids.
Yeah, which it does work because Robbie does request weights in this episode, so he is like on that hunt.
Wow, they finally hired someone to do continuity.
Yeah, and he had just listened to that song "Beers" by the Front Bottoms. It's about like the summer that he was on steroids. He's like, I like that. I'm gonna do that. I want to be a guy with muscles.
He's the only person who likes that.
That's not true. There's at least 5 of us out here. But it's on the radio. But so yeah, next week, season 3, episode 15, Stairways to Heaven, a reference to the movie Wayne's World, where they're at a guitar shop and they're not allowed to play some song they made up on the spot called Stairway to Heaven. No stairway, denied.
Yeah, they wrote that in the 90s. It's pretty crazy.
No, it's true. They found it on Twitter. They posted it on Facebook. Like, that's how you make something. That's how that works. We have to say that as many times as we can. I've been coaching you through this. Say that often, and people will be like, "Oh, Tim didn't do that on purpose." That's just how he thinks the world works.
Are you my agent?
This has been Raul this whole time. Should have told you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I should have told you. I put on. Look. It's actually more complicated than it seems. I made up Ben Handupme 2 years ago. I've been Raul the whole time, and I've been trying to become your agent. That's this whole thing. I'm sorry. I just really wanted to work with you.
Do I pay you double then?
You don't pay. You've never paid me. This is all just been pro boner. This is all for a boner.
We are very pro.
We're pro boner here. Now that my Zoloft is out of my system, we are pro boner here at Sinclairity of Dinosaurs Tale. TMI. But yeah, next week's episode is written by Mark Drop. I don't know who he is, just another drop in the pan. And it's directed by Baby Bilson, the grandfather, the Peepaw. And it's gonna be feature ESPN Ocho's very own Sarah Joy Shockey and her very own Marty DeRosa.
That's right.
So
Marty and Sarah of Marty and Sarah Love Wrestling are coming back to the pod.
Yeah, and everything else they're from, right? Was he? Yeah, he's got Wrestling with Depression and shit like that. She's got Hello from the Magic Tavern.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, check out Marty over on that Spotify. He's got an album on there. He talks about porn a lot. The best comedian out there on the subject of pornography.
Yes, and he also has a very great podcast that's not Marty and Sarah Love Wrestling called Make Us a Mixtape, and that's very fun.
We weren't on the Ska episode, so we're done with him.
Nope.
But we're bringing him back anyway, I guess, because we're the bigger man. We're the big show. We're Andre the Giant. He's some little guy.
He's Adam Cole.
He's Adam Cole. But yeah, so hopefully y'all stick around for us next week. That's going to be an interesting episode to say the least. There's like some YouTube video from, what was it, Cracked or some shit about it? I think it's Cracked.
Yeah, it was like the very special episode.
Yeah, that series. I think is it the same guy who does like the Zach Morris's trash?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the guy who does Some More News? What does he do on that? I found out that guy's from Cracked. I was never a big Cracked guy. Yeah, he was like famous for being a Cracked writer and whatnot.
That's funny.
I don't remember his fucking name because I don't pay attention to shit. But yeah, he worked for Cracked from what I understand. That's why everyone likes him. Cody Johnston. Okay. So check out Cody Johnston on Cracked. Do a lot of plugs. Check out Dave on FX. It's better than not watching something. That's all I can say. It's better than not watching something.
It's great background noise.
It's enjoyable. It's pleasant.
It's funny. Ben just doesn't want to admit it because
yeah, look, I've also listened to a lot of Lil Dicky in my day, and I don't want to admit that either. Like I was talking to my boss about it, and he like mentioned a specific song after I had said that I didn't really like his music, and he mentioned a specific song, and I was like, oh yeah, I know every lyric. I'm not gonna get into this. The one with Snoop Dogg, it's good, fine, fuck. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, so rest in peace, Lil Dicky.
No,
hopefully I didn't just call anything.
No,
but
we'll also to the season. This season is over. It's the season finale.
I haven't started season 2 yet anyway, so it's not over for me yet, baby. But thanks to Jeremy Hunter from Scotty Network for our theme song. Check out their music. You got Jerry, you got Scotty Network, you got We Are the Union. It's all on Spotify, it's all on YouTube. You can subscribe to their Patreon. You can see them on tour. Just go look them up. You can find them. They're easy to Google. I'm wearing a Scotty Network shirt right now. Just look me up.
That's right.
That's half of my shirts. So I have Scotty Network shirts, I have Hey Roto Roto shirts, and I have plain shirts with nothing on them. And then a Spice Girls Choking Victim shirt now. But and then thanks to Amy Shenanigans for the beautiful portraits of Ben and Tim. I'm one of those two people used in the logo. I'm also Raul. You can find their art at Amy Shenanigans on Instagram. They just announced their engagement to a friend of mine, Fritz Pape. And that
is like, so old. Why are you reading that?
Because they're not married yet. They're poor like us. It's gonna take them a while. And it needs to be mentioned plenty of times. They're beautiful people. I love me some Amy and Fritz.
Not the beautiful people.
Not the beautiful people. The beautiful people. Amy and Fritz.
No.
Then we gotta think of a very special human being who I saw in person for the first time in a long time last week, a couple weeks ago too. Zachary George, the goodest of boys, for editing and producing our podcast for us. Thank you.
I'm so jealous that you got to hang out with George
and we got Zach. And Chris, we had to crack open some Keystones. No, not Keystones. That's the podcast, Keystone Copycats. I recorded a bonus episode with them. We got to drink some of that. What's that place that we were at? Liquid Death? Yeah, I haven't sponsored it yet. I'm trying to lose interest in them. I'm going to tell them. I'm going to send an email.
I had like 2 of them this weekend.
Did you have like the sparkling ones or the regular?
They only had the regular ones.
Oh man, apparently the sparkling ones are pretty decent.
Yeah.
Not a fan of sparkling water, but neither is Zach, and he liked it. So
I am. So I would recommend it.
Yeah, you got a little LaCroix soy boy over here.
Yeah.
Soy boy LaCroix.
That's who I really am. You're really Raul, but I'm Soy Boy LaCroix.
Yeah, I gotta figure out a funny last. I'm Raul, New Mexico.
What?
I like names with like states as last names. Raul, Nevada. But yeah, so you can check out Keystone Copycats anywhere you get your podcast. You can listen to Zach's band Waterson on Bandcamp and YouTube and Spotify, everything like that. And that's also we'd like to thank somebody else this week. You for listening, and Little Dicky for not dying after I said the thing. So I feel really bad about that. So thank you for staying around.
Yeah, don't say that.
And as always, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Live Journal, Zanga, Habba Hotel, whatever, at A Dinosaurs Tale. And you can always email Tim or me or Zach, any of us here at the Sinclairity household, but at sinclaritypodcast@gmail.com. It's that easy.
So easy.
It's so easy. It's so easy. It's like Tim. So that's it. It's like Tim.
Me being famous.
The easiest guy I know. Yeah, also the most famous guy I know. Also, Tim, we found out is an honorary LGBTQ member because his dog is small enough. Big guy, small dog, pretty gay.
Never responded if Bella is small enough.
I did respond. I said Bella could even be bigger because of how close to gay you already are. You could have a Mastiff, and I'd be like, small enough for you, buddy. You're in. Let's go to the party. You're getting in any gay club you want with me. It doesn't matter how small your dog is.
Well, I'd hope so.
I also wish you'd quit referring to your dick that way. It's
really
dog.
Don't really want to go though.
You don't want. Oh yeah, I forgot that you are, a little bit weirded out by the Limp Wrist crowd.
I like
just the band Limp Wrist.
They're good.
Good band. So speaking of Limp Wrist, we'll see you all next week. Yep. Enjoy your extinction.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Look me up on Facebook.
Yeah, just look up timisfamous.com. You're not finding that URL. Goodbye.
Bye.